GTA? We're going GTA? Okay, I'm down for that. So, this is by someone named Jetro, and he named it the No Nonsense Guide to GTA 6. And obviously, not the Raffle Man, not the Waffle Man himself, but taking the guide name. So I don't know how we feel about that. We'll see how the video goes. But hopefully we learned something new.
This is the No Nonsense Guide for GTA 6. I've compiled every single detail, leak, and factual piece of info that we have about this game, and I will explain it all in this video.
Sounds good.
Now, before we start, I want to quickly say that the Discord is now live, so if you want to come hang out, chat, ask me questions after a video, feel free to join with the link in the description. I'm going to be active in there as much as possible, but with that out of the way, let's begin. GTA 6 is set in Vice City with two main protagonists, Jason and Lucia. It was confirmed this week by Take-Two's earnings call that the game is set to release in fall of 2025.
Still not confirmed, but not delayed yet.
Which is anywhere between late September and early December. It is
I still think it could be early September, just to be clear.
Being released on the Xbox Series consoles and the PS5.
Yes,
so
that's
no
newer.
PS4, Xbox One, and no PC at initial launch.
Which is surprising, but at the same time, okay.
The game is believed to be a Bonnie and Clyde inspired story, meaning that Jason and Lucia are a couple that commits crimes together. But those two similarities are probably the only real connections between the game and the iconic couple.
Probably,
now,
yeah.
Based on all of the evidence we have
so the no PC thing is actually common for GTA. It will come to PC, but it won't be there at launch. So think like a year later coming to PC.
It seems that without a doubt, Lucia's actress is Manny L. Perez, known for her roles in Law & Order and some other various TV shows, as well as already having some previous work in GTA 5 already.
Okay.
But Jason's actor, on the other hand, doesn't have enough info yet to definitively say who it is.
Shocking that hasn't leaked yet.
But so far, the best bet is either Dylan Rourke or Jake Silberman. Now, a lot of people also get confused on how we know his name is Jason, since it's never been mentioned officially, and it's because we found out the name through the 2022 GTA 6 leaks. As far as the map goes, it's currently being accurately mapped by the GTA 6 mapping project using methods we'll talk about in a little bit, but so far the map is about 2 times the size of GTA 5's. GTA 6 was codenamed Project Americas, and its map was originally supposed to have elements of both North and South America present, but it was later downsized due to technical limitations.
Honestly, I think that's a good idea. I think the game can be too big.
However, because of this, it was stated by a well-known insider that GTA 6 is believed to have its map expanded upon over the years within future updates.
Smart.
So now, with going over every detail we know about the actual game itself, the only logical next step is to look at what we found out in the 2022 GTA 6 leaks, and it was a lot. On September 18th of 2022, 90 leaked clips of GTA 6 development footage were posted.
What the thing that's wild about this is that this leak happened. We didn't hear anything for over a year till a trailer came out, which confirmed a lot of the things in these leaks.
On the GTA forums that gave us our best look into new features, mechanics, characters, weapons, and so much more. From these leaked videos, the community was able to put together a 64-page document that included every finding from the leaks, which I will leave down in the description if you want to look at it yourself. But for those who don't, here is what we found. We found mention of 8 new characters: Dre, Sam, Wyman, Billy, Tit, Zach, Ty, and RB Shaw. We also found the mention of 2 gangs, a Haitian gang called San for San, and the Guardia brothers, and there was also a mention of a far-right militia as well, but the group working on the document didn't know if it was considered a gang or just...
And again, you got to keep in mind that this is... So if this game comes out in 2025, the leaks are from 2022. That doesn't mean, like, names are something easy to change. Like a bunch of weapons, easy to change. Like a bunch of these things are not confirmed. But I would say, from what we heard and what was shown to us, a lot is going to be there.
People we might meet along the way. As far as item goes,
friends
there's
we
a
made
lot
along
of
the way,
evidence to suggest that Lucia will be a hacker of some sort, and it's because of the items that we found, some of which include an auto dialer, binoculars, an immobilizer bypass, cutoff tool, painkillers and trauma kits, which are most likely used for heals, a pool cue, food and drinks, USB drive.
I've never heard the it makes her a hacker
torch
thing.
slash
This is the first time I've
flashlight,
heard that.
tracker jammer, a duffel bag and backpack for looting, which is also new, and a Slim Jim. The Slim Jim is very interesting because this is a tool that's used for breaking into cars, which implies that stealing cars is going to be a lot harder in GTA 6 than just pressing Y and breaking the window to get in. Moving on to weapons now, while a lot of old or already seen weapons from previous games will be returning, there are a few new ones they found as well, which include the smoke grenade, the spear gun, a polymer pistol, which may also introduce metal detectors in stores or jobs.
So is polymer pistol like 3D pistol? Is that, or 3D printed pistol? Is that like what we're going with?
Flashbangs. Based off the leaks, it also seems that the weapon wheel has also gotten a huge revamp, with an added section for grabbing stuff out of the already mentioned duffel bag slash backpacks, which you can use to carry items that...
a similar system to what we see in Red Dead, where you can store things on your horse. It makes a little bit more sense in a car, but yeah.
That you found, which obviously means that the RDR2 looting system is also making a return. But on top of this, it probably means that you're going to be limited in what you can carry around without a bag. So gone are the days of carrying an entire army's arsenal with you in your back pocket. There was a few activities found as well that are pretty self-explanatory. You have golf.
I have this dream. I hope GTA 6 has a better golf game than the 2K golf game that's coming out in like a couple weeks. That would be hilarious.
Fishing, races, scuba diving,
I'm down for
dice.
scuba diving.
There was also mention of some van shipments, some robberies of certain stores, and deliveries the player may have to do as well. So one of the hot topics or even debates at this point that I've seen a lot of people make over the years is that there was a claim by someone that 70% of all buildings are going to be enterable. And while there is no evidence to support that number directly, it was discovered that a total of 157 interiors just in the leaks were found, some of which include the Malibu Club, pawn shops, strip clubs, supermarkets, bars, restaurants, apartments, and laundromats. Now again, we don't have an exact number of how many there are going to be, but I would feel pretty confident in saying that GTA 6 will have the most enterable buildings of any GTA game to date.
Yeah, I don't
think
that's
even though there will be a lot of buildings,
I think that's like the easiest statement you could make. Grass
that
is
won't
green.
be enterable, they will have a lot more of an immersive feel because of a new Take-Two patent that works on AI generating interiors. We actually think that we've already seen this technology in the works with the trailer, as there is a lot of apartments that are fully furnished, but to think that we can enter each and every one of them is probably unrealistic, but either way, they will have a more immersive feel with thinking that it looks like someone lives there. Recently as well, I have been getting a ton of questions about the new GTA Online, and honestly, we don't know a whole lot, but here is what we do know. In the leaks, there was a clip that was shown that showed two developers in a session together, both of which were just spectating, but the lobby read 2 of 32 players.
So I hope he goes into this, but one thing that I have not heard yet is whether or not people think that we will be getting GTA 6 Online at launch. I personally think it's going to be at least 2 weeks after. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's more. And I think that's smart on their part. Give people time to explore the area and then release the online.
However,
that's what I think
that
the best
said,
bet is.
There was also a new patent filed a while back by Take-Two that detailed a system for seamless lobby switching. Because of the sheer scale of the map, the patent details how the map will be split up into a number of different sessions, with the seamless switching from one section to another just
so I heard about this a while ago.
by passing said borderline. But going back to the map for a little bit, I mentioned earlier that it was absolutely massive, and it is. And here is how we know that for a fact. In all of the leaked clips, there was a black bar at the bottom of the screen, and in this black bar were coordinates for where the player was standing relative to the Rage engine. Using these coordinates found in the leaks, the GTA 6 mapping project is
How are people so smart?
using them to outline and create a realistic landmass for the map. And by using the exact same dimensions found, the YouTuber Darkspace is currently creating a map in GTA 5's Rage engine to 1-to-1 scale with the leaks,
Like, unbelievable.
and was able to fly from one end to the other, which took about double the time as GTA 5. Darkspace is actually working right now on making a detailed GTA 6 map right now, so if you want to check
Which
that
is hilarious because once the game actually comes out, this is pointless.
out on his YouTube, the link is in the description. Go show him some love. The project is insane. Now, moving on in the leaks, we know that there is going to be a bunch of collectible items in the game, but two of which we know to be collectible hats, as well as Wyman's car parts, who, again, Wyman is an already mentioned character. Of course, as well, we also have a bunch of new and returning brands, but they don't serve much purpose, so I will just show them up on screen. And again, same with the animals. However, there was mention of something called a skunk
I was literally just about to say, what is a skunk ape?
ape, which, if you don't know, is a cryptid otherwise referred to as Florida's Bigfoot, meaning the Bigfoot myths for GTA are most likely to continue. Now, some of the new gameplay additions include walking in cover, going prone, loot bags like we already mentioned, the ability to cover your face with your weapon, and my personal favorite is that it seems that instead of just dying after being hit with a fatal blow, you will instead go down, to which you will either be revived by potentially taking the painkillers we mentioned,
Or killing yourself.
or possibly getting help from the other protagonist. You can also switch shoulders while aiming, grapple during fistfights, communicate mid-fight with the other protagonist, as well as a ping system, and you will also be able to lean.
So much of that makes it sound like there's gonna be a co-op campaign. Does it not? Like buddy comms, pinging. Why would you ping for AI? Like, I guess, but like,
or even sit on the car window while you shoot. It also seems as though that the Eagle Eye system from Red Dead Redemption 2 will be returning, and it seems most likely that it will be Jason's ability rather than Lucia's.
Oh yeah,
and to end it off, you
abilities.
can also carry bodies,
like
rob
GTA 5.
and threaten random NPCs, and obviously pick up items found. Now, moving on to some new gameplay systems, we have money laundering, which is definitely new, purchasable businesses, which was already in GTA 5, robberies, hacking, again, that's probably Lucia, commanding your partner / protagonist, sharing items, as well as...
Dude, this is the first video where I like heard it and I was like, are they doing a co-op campaign? I'm not going to put anything into that unless I start hearing other videos with it, but he hasn't mentioned it.
It's
so
a fully revamped witness system. Now, this system seems to be based on a description-based model, meaning that if NPCs see you commit your crime without wearing a mask, for example, they will have a full description of you and will be able to report it to the police.
I did see
and
some
the
stuff
same
about
works
this.
for your vehicle as well. Some of the new features include the ability to play without a minimap, which is one of my personal favorites, a complete revamp of the wanted system, like we said, CCTV detection, which adds a whole new element to the game, the ability to restrain NPCs, looting vehicles, more realistic crashes and handling of cars, which the GTA 4 driving fans will be happy about, more control over other elements in your car like the radio, windows, and maybe seats, for example, I don't know, a working
I hope they have heated seats.
GPS in the car, and the option to enter the passenger seat. Again, I just want to quickly remind you that this was all just
Even the option to enter the passenger seat makes it sound like there's going to be co-op.
stuff we found in the leaks. It doesn't mean that this is going to be everything about the game. It's just everything that we know. But in case this wasn't already obvious, the attention to detail in this game will be immense. And this section in the leaks is quite long because of that. So I will list off a few very notable examples that I found. In one of the leaked clips, Lucia shoots a cop, which the cop then struggles to get up while also making sure not to put pressure on his body where he got shot. Now, when random NPCs are attacked, they also now run with their phones out in order to call the cops, rather than the wanted level just appearing. And the last one that I thought I'd bring up is that NPCs are also way more aware, as they now know when cops show up to a scene. The leaks had discovered over 300 different interesting events that can be possibly found throughout the
Lost Bird, Beach Bum Preacher. This is the stuff that makes open worlds. This will be a game. You are correct, Arm. These are their kind of things. Dead husband disposal, like all of these things are what make the world feel real and alive. And this is what Rockstar does so damn well that so many other games don't. Like, you go into an area and you've been there before, but now all of a sudden there's a female getting rid of her dead body, and you see it, and that's going to play into something else.
World.
It's amazing.
Some involve gang wars, animal encounters, lost people, races, comp arrests, water missions, and many, many more. I can't possibly list off every single one in this video, especially when I have no context
and like, it seems like they're listed in rarity, but
for them, so I will leave them all up on screen if you want to quickly pause and read out some for yourself. Now, when it comes to vehicles and locations, there are a lot that we found within the leaks that, again, I could talk about, but to be honest, me saying the name of these locations or vehicles without any references to them wouldn't mean much. However, I will show you the full list of returning vehicles, like we have the Bravado Bison, the Karen Rebel, the Vapid Slam Band, the Sanchez motorbike, and a lot more. There is also believed to be a train station and usable trams within the game as well. But when it comes to locations, I feel like I should tell you about all the real-life locations we've seen depicted in the game, like the Miami Airport, Lone Depot Park, King of Diamonds nightclub, which was renamed to Jack of Spades, the Solar Amphitheater, and the Crandon Park Tennis Stadium, and again, many more. So with all of the leaks and the in-game info out of the way, the next thing that people are immediately gonna think is, when is this game coming out? And obviously, we don't know for sure yet.
He obviously recorded the intro after this part.
It was confirmed in the Take-Two earnings call on February 6th that GTA 6 is still on track to release in fall of 2025. But release aside, there's another aspect that I want to quickly mention as well, and this is for all my RP enjoyers. Now, it's safe to say that RP isn't going anywhere. Obviously, it won't come out until the PC launches, most likely in 2026, but we know that Rockstar in 2023 purchased CFX.RE, who are the creators behind 5M and RedM, the program used for GTA RP. GTA RP seems to be something Rockstar looks to expand on with GTA 6, and they are using CFX to get it done. Now, it has been said, however, that the company and Rockstar have had somewhat of a falling out, and whether Rockstar acquired them just to own that part of the market, we will have to wait and see. But it seems unlikely that Rockstar would just abandon the concept for GTA 6, especially given how popular it's become since 2020. However, we did find out with some
basically gave GTA 5 like a whole other wind.
Job listings from Rockstar that they are working on their own creator platform, codenamed Rome. So it seems likely that GTA 6 isn't going to just focus on RP, but it will also be making a huge leap into user-generated content as well. And there you have it. That is all of the info that we currently have about GTA 6. Once again, if you guys want to join the Discord and come hang out, ask me questions, whatever, feel free to do.
That was a pretty good summary. That was a pretty good summary of, I would call it a no-nonsense guide, as much as that's like the Waffle Man's thing. That was indeed a no-nonsense guide to GTA 6, and it covers most of the big things. I think there's like a lot that you could like take a deeper dive into, and people certainly have, like 70% of the spaces being interior spaces being accessible. Like something you got to think about is like when they have these high-rise buildings. Okay, if you can go to the high-rise buildings, can you also get into like 70% of the rooms inside of a high-rise building? Because that's wild. The events, like you could, I could do a video going through these 300 events, just like extrapolating what some of these could be or what they could mean or how they could make the world feel alive. But as Arm said, this will be a game. That is for sure.